Well, good morning, everyone. It's Donna. How are you doing today? So I'm trying to hold this up here so you can see. This is my double X uh, square that I did. Um, this is the actual square right here. And I sewed 4 of them, and then I put them together. As you can tell, my quilting it's not that great because my points don't always line up, and sometimes the points aren't points. But hey, I'm still learning and I'm still trying this one. Woo. Anyway, so I'm getting ready to actually do some free motion quilting on this thing, and it's not one of the things that I do that often because I'd much rather write my name with the pen than trying to move the paper under the pen. If you know what I'm talking about, if you're a quilter, if you're moving this under your needle, you're moving your paper under your pen. I'd much rather write my pen on top, but currently that's not an option. So I'm actually going to do this, and I think it's going to be a little table topper for like a side table. Anyway, this is the binding that I will be using. This binding is from my very second quilt ever, and this is a kind of like incorporate something from your old quilting into a current project. And Amy Dement from Amy Dement's channel, she's actually trying to get this going for the month of May. So I decided, since I had these blocks, this morning I trimmed them up as best I could, and I'm actually learning up squaring up blocks and stuff. I've never done that before. I've got the rulers, I've got a turning cutting mat, but I'll get better at that. But anyway, I'm just doing this, kind to document that I am actually using this. So I'm going to get the free motion quilting done. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. It's probably going to be ugly the way all my quilting is, but hey, it's a start, right? Anyway, I think I might use red thread on this. Who knows? I'll be back later. Okay, as you can see, I've got it quote unquote quilted, and I'll turn it over. I just did a kind of like a grid. It's not even straight, just kind of doing that on there to get everything done. And then I've trimmed it down. Me and my quilting, I've got tucks in here. I mean, guess I maybe should have basted it or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to try to start putting this binding from 30-year-old fabric on. It's going to be great. Great. Anyway, that's the update thus far. Looks actually fairly good together. I don't know. We'll see. Now, if I can just get the binding on, that'll be another miracle in and of itself. So I have to do a little bragging on myself here. Normally, if I do this for binding, it takes me like, 15 tries or something to get it sewn on right, the right way. Today, it took me 2 times. This is my second time, and I almost lost it when it turned out right, because this never happened. So you see me trim it, and I get to attach it now. Hey, I'm getting better at this. Wow, who knew? Anyway, update thus far. Well, as you can see, the binding is now done. It looks pretty good. Actually, I'm not a binding person. I've actually had my husband sew binding on a quilt before, but this was all me. I don't know. It's done, and it's going on the little side table. But thanks, Amy. because if it hadn't been for you, I probably wouldn't have used this fabric in this project.